The 1980 Jefferson nickel may seem like just another coin lost in the shuffle of everyday currency, but under the microscope of serious numismatics, it stands as a captivating anomaly, one that has stunned collectors and market watchers alike, due to its astonishing value, with rare specimens fetching as much as $440,000. While the Jefferson nickel is one of the most widely circulated and longest-running coins in the United States, the 1980 issue, particularly under extraordinary conditions, has drawn significant attention. It is not just its age that matters, but rather the combination of minting errors, ultra-high-grade preservation, and historical importance that make this coin a diamond among copper-nickel blends. The design, which features a left-facing profile of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and his Virginia estate, Monticello, on the reverse, might be familiar to millions. Still, very few are aware that this particular year's production includes specimens with striking errors and elite quality conditions that have resulted in mind-blowing auction prices. What makes the 1980 Jefferson nickel worth $440,000 isn't your run-of-the-mill circulated version found in pocket change. The key to such high value lies in error types, planchet anomalies, and most importantly, near-perfect grading by professional coin certification agencies like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation. Coins that receive a mint state 68 or higher, especially in full steps, FS condition, where all the steps on the Monticello building are completely struck and visible, are extremely rare. In 1980, millions of nickels were minted at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints. However, only a minuscule number left the mint with the type of strike quality that could eventually earn them a nearly flawless MS-69 full steps grading. These are the coins that auction houses and private collectors battle over, often pushing prices to staggering heights. The importance of full steps cannot be overstated. The Monticello building's steps are notoriously difficult to strike cleanly, and any nickel that shows 5 or 6 full, unbroken steps under magnification is rare and highly desirable. Combine that with a coin showing no wear, perfect luster, crisp details, and sharp rims, and you've got a once-in-a-generation piece. Now factor in an error, such as a wrong planchet strike, double die obverse or reverse, or off-center minting, and suddenly the coin is no longer just rare. It's historic. Such a coin represents a perfect storm of rarity, beauty, and mystery, the kind that numismatists dream of discovering. There are also unconfirmed rumors among the collector community that prototype strikes or test pieces of the 1980 Jefferson nickel may have been accidentally released or removed unofficially from the mint. These types of pieces, especially if verified, are practically priceless in numismatic terms. Even without errors, 1980 nickels with a perfect full steps designation and no flaws are exceptionally rare. For context, a 1980D Jefferson nickel in MS-67FS recently sold for over $6,000. Extrapolate that rarity to MS-69FS and add a dramatic error, and you're now in the six-figure territory. That's how some coins from this year have reached values of $440,000 or more, with collectors placing immense importance on even the slightest detail, such as mint luster, strike depth, and eye appeal. Another fascinating angle is the historical backdrop of 1980 America. This was a time of economic tension, rising inflation, and coinage reform. The U.S. Mint was under pressure to keep costs down and maximize efficiency. It's in these times of transition that mistakes happen. And mistakes, in the world of coins, often mean money. During such periods, planchets from foreign or discontinued denominations could mistakenly end up in U.S. presses. Some collectors even believe that planchets intended for experimental coinage or other currencies were used to strike the now legendary 1980 Jefferson nickels that fetch astronomical prices today. Beyond technical specifics, there's the sheer collector demand for ultra-rare nickels. The Jefferson series is a staple of American coin collecting, and serious hobbyists often focus entire portfolios on finding the best examples of each year and mint mark, especially those with full steps. The thrill of hunting for a perfect 1980 nickel drives up demand and values even further. As coin collecting becomes more accessible through online auctions, social media coin groups, and YouTube channels like BC Coins World, previously overlooked issues like the 1980 Jefferson nickel are being reevaluated and prized like never before. In fact, the social influence of digital numismatics cannot be ignored. In the age of TikTok coin discoveries, YouTube treasure hunts, and Instagram-worthy error coins, the 1980 Jefferson nickel has risen to near-legendary status among younger collectors and influencers. Coins with compelling stories, ultra-rare, errors, and jaw-dropping prices are the ones that go viral. And the 1980 nickel checks every box. This phenomenon is breathing new life into old collections and encouraging collectors to revisit their stashed nickels with magnifying glasses and scales in hand. Some even speculate that undiscovered 1980 mint errors still exist in unopened bankrolls, forgotten collections, or dusty drawers, waiting to turn everyday people into coin millionaires. Grading is, once again, paramount. Coins that are certified by PCGS or NGC with full documentation of their error or ultra-high-grade status are far more trustworthy and desirable in the marketplace. A raw 1980 nickel might only fetch a few cents, but once it's graded MS69FS or has a recognized error classification, its value skyrockets. Coins that have been auctioned by major houses like Heritage Auctions or Stax Bowers with proper provenance and catalog history often attract intense bidding wars. These are the coins that break records and make headlines. Collectors interested in 1980 Jefferson nickels should pay close attention to details, weight anomalies, die cracks, doubling in inscriptions, especially in God We Trust or Liberty, off-metal strikes, and of course the steps on Monticello. Even a tiny deviation from normal could signal an ultra-rare variety. It's also important to note that counterfeiters may attempt to replicate these rare coins, so authentication is critical. Reputable grading services provide peace of mind, ensuring the coin is genuine, its features are verified, and its value is real. In conclusion, the 1980 Jefferson nickel is not just a common pocket coin. It has evolved into one of the most prized modern-era nickels in American numismatics. With some specimens reaching up to $440,000, this coin's rise to fame is due to a perfect confluence of minting errors, high-grade rarity, collector demand, and numismatic storytelling. It represents how even the most overlooked coin can hold immense value when struck under the right conditions. Whether you're an experienced collector or someone just starting out, it's a reminder to check your change, because you never know when history, mystery, and fortune might be staring back at you from the palm of your hand. Next up, the half-dollar coin has long been a staple of American currency. But certain rare issues have elevated this denomination to legendary status among collectors. One such exceptional coin has captured the numismatic world's attention, a rare half-dollar valued at an astonishing $10,000. This incredible valuation isn't arbitrary. It is the result of a perfect blend of history, condition, rarity, and collector demand. Unlike common examples found in circulation, this particular half-dollar stands out due to its ultra-high-grade preservation, potential minting errors, historical background, and elite certification. Half-dollar coins have been minted since 1794, with many varieties and designs over the centuries, including the iconic Walking Liberty, Franklin half, and the ever-popular Kennedy half-dollar. But among them, some issues, such as a rare 1964 SMS special mint set, Kennedy half or an early draped bust half-dollar in uncirculated condition, can command staggering sums. The $10,000 figure associated with this half-dollar arises from a combination of its scarcity, pristine condition, MS67 or higher, full strike details, and in some cases, dramatic mint errors like double dies, off-center strikes, or wrong planche errors. To understand the coin's true value, we must first look at grading. A coin's grade, especially by renowned services like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, determines much of its market price. A standard circulated half-dollar may only be worth face value, but if it is uncirculated, perfectly struck, and devoid of any wear, it could land an MS68 or MS69 grade, which places it among the rarest examples in existence. Combine this with full bell lines for Franklin halves, or full hairlines for Kennedy halves, and the value skyrockets. In the world of coin collecting, these high grades are akin to masterpieces of art, flawless, timeless, and priceless. It's this exact type of perfection that propels some half-dollars into the six-figure realm, with $410,000 being a prime example of what is possible. Beyond condition, rarity plays a key role. Some half-dollars were struck in very low numbers, especially proof issues, mint errors, and limited releases. For instance, the 1838 capped bust half-dollar is famously rare, with only a few known examples, and one of them sold for nearly $500,000 at auction. Then there's the 1964 Kennedy half-dollar, struck in 90% silver during the transition to copper-nickel clad in 1965, which includes a rumored SMS variety that is among the rarest modern coins ever made. This type of coin, with its ultra-smooth matte finish and absence of standard mint marks, is known to exist in very limited numbers, often with less than a dozen confirmed specimens. These are the kinds of coins that make headlines and find themselves valued at over $400,000. Let's not forget minting errors, a crucial element in this coin's immense value. A half-dollar with a struck-through error, off-metal strike, or dramatic double die can immediately vault into the realm of ultra-rarity. The U.S. Mint, despite its advanced machinery, has historically produced a surprising number of anomalies, especially during times of economic transition, material shortages, or high production stress. Errors such as a 40% silver planchet being struck in 1971, or a coin struck over a foreign planchet, are immensely collectible and often one of a kind. It's the coin equivalent of finding a painting with a hidden brushstroke from the master, something the masses weren't supposed to see. Collectors go wild for such pieces, and bidding wars can drive prices well into six figures. Historically, half-dollars have also played a unique role in American culture. During the early and mid-20th century, they were often given as commemorative gifts, casino chips, or retirement tokens. Their larger size and silver content gave them a feeling of prestige. When President John F. Kennedy was assassinated in 1963, the Mint responded swiftly by introducing the Kennedy half-dollar in 1964, replacing the Franklin design. That first year Kennedy half, minted in 90% silver, saw immense public demand. Millions were hoarded, and the U.S. Mint struggled to keep up. Among those first issues, however, were a handful of coins struck with special care, either as presentation pieces or experimental SMS strikes, that today are nearly impossible to find. These rare strikes from 1964 and other key years are exactly the kind that show up in high-end auctions with mind-blowing price tags. The market demand for rare half-dollars is higher than ever, driven by a mix of old-school collectors and new investors entering the space. As rare coin collecting gains popularity on platforms like YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram, coins with unique stories and massive price potential are attracting attention beyond traditional coin shows. Channels like BC Coins World are playing a pivotal role in educating the public and showcasing how even seemingly ordinary coins can hold extraordinary value. With a growing interest in physical assets and alternative investments, rare coins, like this half-dollar worth $10,000, are becoming blue-chip investments. People are now digging through their drawers, checking inherited collections, and buying rolls from banks in hopes of discovering a hidden gem. What adds even more intrigue is that many of these valuable half-dollars remain undiscovered. Some are believed to still sit in private collections, passed down unknowingly through generations. Others might lie unnoticed in bulk silver coin lots or sealed mint sets. The thrill of discovery has fueled a new generation of treasure hunters, using magnification tools, grading books, and YouTube tutorials to hunt for the next big find. It's not just about money. It's about history, rarity, and passion. Every half-dollar tells a story, and some, like the one valued at $410,000, tell an epic. For collectors and enthusiasts looking to determine whether they possess a valuable half-dollar, attention to details is key. Look for clean edges, deep luster, full design elements, and any unusual features that differ from typical strikes. Weight checks, magnet tests, to rule out non-silver fakes, and professional appraisals are crucial steps. Once a coin shows promise, sending it to a certified grading service is the most reliable way to determine its true market value. If the grade is high enough or a rare mint error is present, your coin might be worth far more than expected. In closing, the rare half-dollar with a market value of $410,000 serves as a testament to the power of preservation, the allure of minting, errors, and the historical richness packed into each U.S. coin. This is not just currency, it's heritage, artistry, and investment potential rolled into one. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or a curious beginner, This coin proves that the most extraordinary treasures can be hiding in plain sight. Check your change, explore your old coin jars, and most importantly, never underestimate the value of a coin with a story. Next up, the 1981 Washington quarter dollar might appear like any ordinary coin at first glance, but hidden among its mintages are incredibly rare variations and error coins that have stunned collectors and driven market values to extraordinary heights, with some examples commanding prices up to $250,000 in top condition. Struck during the later years of the copper-nickel-clad coin era, the 1981 quarter carries all the classic features designed by John Flanagan. The obverse showcases a striking portrait of George Washington facing left, inscribed with the word Liberty, the national motto, "In God We Trust," and the year 1981. On the reverse, the image of a majestic heraldic eagle perched on a bundle of arrows above olive branches is bordered by the inscriptions United States of America and quarter dollar. While millions of these coins were produced at the Philadelphia, no mint mark, Denver, D, and San Francisco, S mints, only a few ultra-rare varieties, particularly proof errors and minting anomalies, have achieved astonishing valuations in today's collector markets. What truly propels the value of a 1981 quarter to $250,000 is not its face value or composition, but rather its condition, such as being graded MS67 or higher by PCGS or NGC. Any unique minting errors, like double-die obverse, off-center strikes, or missing clad layers, and its rarity in pristine, uncirculated form. Some San Francisco minted proof coins, originally intended for collector sets, are known to have been mistakenly released into general circulation, while a handful of off-metal errors, quarters mistakenly struck on planchets intended for other denominations or even foreign coins, have added to the mystery and value of this coin. Collectors prize 1981 quarters with dramatic errors like an obverse die cap, broad strikes, or misaligned dies, and examples with crisp, sharp details and mirror-like fields often fetch premium prices at high-end auctions. Furthermore, 1981 marked the end of an era in terms of coin collecting, as the U.S. Mint prepared to transition to new commemorative designs and technological upgrades in minting, making this year's quarters even more symbolic. In addition, deep cameo proofs from the San Francisco Mint with no visible contact marks and flawless surfaces can command extremely high prices, particularly if authenticated and encapsulated by top-tier grading services. The quarter also holds sentimental value for many collectors who view it as a representation of Reagan-era America and a time of significant political and economic shifts. It's worth noting that demand for rare quarters has surged in recent years, fueled by global collector interest, social media exposure, and numismatic influencers highlighting ultra-valuable coins on platforms like YouTube and TikTok. A 1981 quarter dollar fetching $250,000 is not just a piece of metal. It is a remarkable historical artifact, a treasure rooted in a blend of American heritage, minting craftsmanship, and modern-day rarity economics. When combined with the story behind its origin, any striking mint error, and top-tier grading, it becomes a gem in the eyes of investors and collectors alike. The coin's composition of 91.67% copper and 8.33% nickel isn't rare in itself, but when matched with unusual traits such as full strike details, mirror finish, and frosted devices, its appeal skyrockets. In today's volatile yet thriving collectibles market, certified coin auctions have seen extraordinary bidding wars for high-grade 1981 quarters, especially when backed by compelling provenance or unique errors. The quarter's aesthetic charm, coupled with historical importance and minting oddities, aligns it with other ultra-rare coins like the 1970 S proof quarter, struck on a 1941 Canadian quarter, or the famed 2004 D Wisconsin extra leaf error coin. Even circulated versions of the 1981 quarter with eye-catching errors have been known to sell for hundreds or thousands of dollars, depending on the intensity and uniqueness of the mistake. Enthusiasts are strongly encouraged to check their pocket change, old coin rolls, or inherited collections, as a hidden treasure could very well be lying unnoticed. Given the current numismatic trend, a 1981 quarter with rare attributes, especially in MS68 grade or higher, could be a golden ticket to life-changing money. Popular auction platforms like Heritage Auctions and Stax Bowers have witnessed massive sales fueled by global interest in coins previously thought to be ordinary. The rise of coin grading education and access to coin valuation tools has further empowered collectors to recognize true value. The $250,000 market value attached to the most exceptional specimens is driven by extreme scarcity, collector competition, and the emotional thrill of owning a unique piece of American minting history. For anyone lucky enough to possess a 1981 quarter with defining error characteristics or flawless preservation, the best course of action is to have the coin professionally graded by PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Company, and then consider its auction potential through reputable marketplaces. In conclusion, the 1981 quarter dollar is a shining example of how everyday currency can evolve into a numismatic marvel, commanding prices once thought impossible for a modern-era coin. Its journey from a simple 25-cent piece to a potential $250,000 collectible is a testament to the unpredictable, fascinating world of coin collecting, a world where history, metal, design, and human error combine to create enduring legacies of value and beauty. Next up, the 1977 $1 coin, part of the Eisenhower dollar series, might appear to many as a common circulating coin, but hidden within its mintage lies a rare gem that has captivated the attention of collectors and dealers worldwide, commanding market values reaching as high as $210,000 for the rarest and highest-grade examples. This iconic coin, minted between 1971 and 1978, features the bold and dignified portrait of President Dwight D. Eisenhower on the obverse, designed by Frank Gasparo, the U.S. Mint's chief engraver. On the reverse, the 1977 Eisenhower dollar bears the inspiring image of an American bald eagle landing on the moon, clutching an olive branch, a design borrowed from the Apollo 11 mission insignia, a powerful symbol of American strength, peace, and space exploration. The coin was struck in both Philadelphia, no mint mark, and Denver, D for circulation, as well as San Francisco, S for proof sets and collectible versions. What truly elevates the value of the 1977 $1 coin into the hundreds of thousands is not only its historical resonance, but also the extraordinary rarity of ultra-high-grade specimens, minting errors, and off-metal strikes. Some 1977 Eisenhower dollars have been discovered with dramatic mint errors, such as double-die obverse, off-center strikes, broad strikes, and planche anomalies, making them extremely rare and desirable. Even more stunning are those few coins that were mistakenly struck on 40% silver planches, which were officially discontinued after 1976, creating an exceptional rarity for 1977. These off-metal silver errors, when authenticated by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC, can fetch astronomical prices, and are often the very coins that reach or exceed the $210,000 mark at high-profile auctions. Beyond errors, the condition and grade of the coin play a massive role in its value. The majority of Eisenhower dollars were struck for circulation and suffered from heavy bag marks and weak strikes, making superb mint-state examples, MS-67 or higher, exceedingly scarce. A 1977 Eisenhower dollar in MS-68 or higher, especially with full luster, sharp strike, and minimal marks, is so rare that collectors are willing to pay sky-high premiums to secure it. These top-graded coins are considered condition rarities, and their populations are often in the single digits according to professional grading census data. Additionally, proof coins from San Francisco, designated as PR70 Deep Cameo, are equally prized when they exhibit flawless surfaces and deep contrast between the mirrored fields and frosted devices. In terms of composition, the regular 1977 Eisenhower dollar is made of copper-nickel clad. Outer layers of 75% copper and 25% nickel bonded to a pure copper core, with a diameter of 38.1 mm and a weight of 22.68 grams. However, it's not the metal content that drives these coins into the six-figure territory. It's their historical context, collector demand, and exceptional numismatic characteristics. The Eisenhower dollar was the last large-size circulating dollar coin in the U.S., making it especially nostalgic for collectors and symbolic of a bygone era in American coinage. In today's numismatic world, where grading, provenance, and market demand define a coin's worth, a 1977 dollar in pristine, high-grade condition, or possessing rare mint errors, is viewed as a trophy coin, a crown jewel in any advanced collection. Auction houses like Stack's Bowers, Heritage Auctions, and even eBay have seen increasing interest in these coins as the market continues to value historical American coins, especially those with limited surviving populations. For example, a 1977 D. Eisenhower dollar graded MS67 Plus by PCGS with a rare error could easily surpass $100,000, and coins with deep cameo ultra-proof features in flawless condition have been known to attract elite buyers willing to pay hundreds of thousands. The $210,000 valuation isn't simply hype. It reflects real-world transactions involving rare examples with impeccable credentials, including error types such as off-metal strikes, clipped planchets, and transitional composition strikes. What's more, the numismatic world has seen a surge in digital content, online forums, and collector communities sharing discoveries, driving public interest in rare coins like the 1977 dollar and leading to exciting price climbs. With more collectors turning to rare dollar coins as investment pieces, this Eisenhower dollar has become a rising star, especially among those seeking high-value modern rarities. Those who discover one of these coins, especially an unusual or pristine example, are strongly advised to have it authenticated and graded by a reputable service like PCGS or NGC, and consider consignment with a leading auction house. In addition to its value, the 1977 dollar coin holds educational importance, representing an era of transition in U.S. currency, from large, heavy silver dollar-sized coins to the smaller, more modern Susan B. Anthony dollars that followed in 1979. Owning a 1977 Eisenhower dollar isn't just about the money. It's about holding a piece of post-Vietnam, space race-era Americana. For younger collectors or YouTube content creators exploring this coin's story, the 1977 Eisenhower dollar offers an exciting narrative that includes U.S. history, numismatic craftsmanship, and modern-day treasure hunting. Even casual collectors should examine their old coin jars and inherited rolls for this gem, as it could be the difference between spare change and a six-figure payout. Whether it's the thrill of the hunt or the fascination with American coinage history, the 1977 $1 Eisenhower coin stands as a symbol of how seemingly common currency can become an elite numismatic treasure valued at up to $210,000, thanks to a rare combination of grade, error, scarcity, and collector demand. In conclusion, this coin is not just metal, it is a legacy, a historical artifact, and in rare cases, a life-changing discovery. As the global numismatic community continues to grow and the search for rare coins intensifies, the 1977 dollar remains one of the most iconic, mysterious, and valuable coins of the modern U.S. era.